It's, oh shit! Oh yeah. Iron Man Mike.
Yeah, I tell people that story, and they're like, "Man, that's fucked up. How you gonna make fun of his cancer?"
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
Bro, it is early.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, it's one of those days where like I was looking at my liquor and my alcohol, and I was like, it's too early to be doing that. Either, and this is that point in the day where if you drinking alcohol, you either alcoholic or you haven't been to bed yet. And I don't know. There was those days back in the day where I haven't been to bed at this point. Obviously, we be at, Denny's flipping coins,
Hell yeah.
going back to pick up Mike's truck.
Doing wild shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like over 40 now, but alcohol don't be affecting me the same, bro. I be needing a little more recovery time.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
The bounce back time has definitely changed.
Yeah. Like, I mean, maybe it's because I follow my diet a little more than I used to, but like 2 drinks, and I'm already like, hey, I don't want another one because I don't want to wake up feeling weird.
That I mean, even me, I can take 2 shots of something and it'll knock the edge off.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, cool. And I actually could drink more, but I'm like, nah, I think I'm gonna stop right here for a minute.
Yeah.
And even if I still continue drinking, I won't drink again for like maybe like another hour or so. Like I'm probably sipping on the beer or something, literally just sipping on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, last night I had like 2 old fashions. They were really good, but then I was just like, let me not touch it anymore because I don't want to fucking wake up just dehydrated, trying to guzzle down some water and shit.
That's why you go to sleep with a water bottle next to you.
Man, listen, that's what I should do. I don't be setting myself up like that. I just be getting up like, all right, I'm gonna lay down.
I used to laugh at my uncle because he would go to bed with a cup of water every night, and I was just like, who does that? But now I have to have one. Like I'll wake up in the night, just drink some water, go back to sleep.
Turns out that motherfucker was a genius. Like,
Yeah,
see what he's doing.
Yeah, you stay hydrated at night so you can be good during the day.
Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, you would think that just a cup of water by your bed, that people told you that it would help out. It might be a lie. Turns out it's actually true.
Well,
Turns out, doing stuff like that can help mitigate the morning effects of a late night.
Yeah.
And when we talk about lies, we talk about this movie because this movie is based on real life. I didn't know what to expect when I saw this movie. I was like, it has an interesting subject matter. I was curious what the hell made you pick this movie.
Random. I went back to the random days.
You just looked up and said, "Oh, De Niro, let's go."
No, not even that. I was actually turned on Max. The movie talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is called Wizard of Lies on Max.
Yep.
And they were showing the documentary. I was like, it's actually advertising. I went to go look it up, and I guess I typed in a word wrong, but and that movie came up. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, Robert De Niro with Michelle Pfeiffer. All right, cool. This will be a good one. Let's go with it.
Hold on. So you went to go look up some kind of documentary, and you typed in the wrong letter, and Wizard of Lies came up.
Yeah.
What documentary was you looking up? Just out of curiosity.
It's one about I guess like a lot of kids in America, famous ones. They went to boarding houses and all the shit they go through.
I never heard of that.
No, I don't know if it's new or what, because it was like, how you turn the apps on or whatever, and they got like a movie or something that they're showing, like the preview of. It was one of those. I can't remember the name of it.
So like when they go to boarding houses, their parents don't want to raise them?
Pretty much. And they talk about like all the stuff that goes on when they're in there and how it's more like abuse and what they go through and things like that. And I know Paris Hilton was in it. Remember the girl, Catch Me Outside? How about that?
Yeah, bad
She,
body.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
she's in it, giving an interview. That's what caught my attention. Like, okay, this is interesting.
I'm
Now,
gonna have to look that up. That does sound interesting.
I got to say because I really can't remember the name, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
but
look.
it sounded crazy as hell.
I'm
But
looking
yeah,
it up.
in doing that, I came across Wizard of Oz.
Okay, okay. And you didn't read anything about it. You just said this looks interesting. Let's go.
No, I picked it up and I was like, okay, I already knew I was going to do it because it's time to pick a movie. But then I did watch the trailer. It
Yeah.
looked interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the subject matter is right up my alley because, like, I like, when they take a real. I mean, obviously, when movies are based on real life, but like, I like, delving into subjects that like don't normally get talked about or get explored,
Mhm.
especially in the urban community. Anybody talking about Bernie Madoff? I mean, when they talk about Bernie Mac, that's
Brittany, hell yeah. Shit.
uh, shit.
Hey, so does Bernie Madoff was a real person?
Yeah, you didn't know about Bernie Madoff?
Mm-mm.
I forget the name of the fucking I forget the name of the company he did, but like yeah, essentially he ran like one of the world's largest Ponzi schemes. He was like, you know, had all these rich ass people that were, investing money into his stuff and he was just taking that money
Mhm.
and funneling it to pay off other people and it just it $65 billion he swindled people out of.
That's a whole lot of money.
Mhm. That shit's crazy. And then you swindle that much money out of someone, and they gon' like let you turn yourself in. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
If he was in the hood, the motherfucker got run down, run over, and then dragged back to the
It,
police station.
they played that episode of Family Guy. Where's my money, man? Where's my money? You can buy a fake mustache, but you can't get my money. When Brian beat the shit out, or Sue beat the shit out of Brian
Mhm.
because he owed him some money.
It's like on Chappelle show when they had like the episode of Law and Order where they had the court system that white people go through and the court system that black people go through and they swapped it.
I don't even remember that one. I don't think I seen that one.
Yeah, yeah. When Dave is Tron, he's a drug dealer.
Oh gosh.
When he pleads the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
I'm gonna have to find that one. I don't remember the episode. I
Oh,
don't think I ever seen it.
that shit is dope. Bill Burr's in it.
Oh God.
But yeah, okay. So Bernie Madoff, like, I don't know, white collar crime. You would think with the internet, it would get exposed more.
Mhm.
But I feel like maybe with the internet, it allows more white collar crime to take place. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. But I mean, of course, they're trying to do a whole bunch of stuff now. But this was they talk about 2008 is when this movie took place, right? Or not the movie, but the story or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. This is like when all the when like the housing market collapsed and shit. So essentially,
Mhm.
I think what happened is the housing market collapsed, and so everybody was trying to take their money out before they lost it all and shit. So they went to Bernie like, hey, I need all my money that I invested. I want to take it out,
Mm,
but nothing there.
mm.
That's when it got caught up with him. He was doing that shit for like decades.
That's crazy.
I mean, could you imagine? Listen, if I say, Chris, you give me $10,000 and I turn it into a return every year, do you look at that person like, man, he's really good at managing money, or do you look at him like, yo, he's doing something fishy?
As crazy as it's gonna sound, the first thing is he's really good at managing money. Because if you're getting your money back and they're staying true to, I guess they told you, like you get it back every year, whatever, and it's happening, it's like that what someone consider free money, so to speak. When
Yeah,
all you do is make an investment.
yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
okay, but do you believe that? Do you honestly believe that, or do you believe that just because the money's coming in, you're like, all right, let me not mess with this because I got free money coming in.
Nah, maybe the first couple of years you won't want to mess with it, but eventually you're gonna get curious.
Yeah,
You
you
know
be
what I'm
like,
saying?
okay, like because business is business.
Hmm.
I don't think there's any business in the world that grows exponentially the same amount every year. Like if you sitting there like your company's got like 10% growth every year, like you be like, come on, what's going on? You don't have an off year? Well,
I mean,
the ladies ain't show up at the shop,
I
this
mean,
year.
I don't know because I had this discussion last night, or we watched a movie rather. And I was just like, I don't know if I would really question it because if everything's going the way you want it to go, like seriously, put yourself in that position.
Hmm.
Like think about it as a human being. If
Hmm.
you invest some money in and you get an investment back, you probably ain't gonna care too much as long as you get in what you put in back. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
no, I get it. I get it. I get it. If you just sitting there and it's working the way they said it would work,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but at the same time, you just, I guess running my own business, I guess I sit there and be like, okay, there's, you know, hard work that has to go into it in order to get, a return. Like, and your return ain't gonna be the same every year.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to say, it isn't. If when you run a business, you're not gonna make 10 mil every year, and then the next year make 10 mil, 10,000. Like it wouldn't grow the same number every year, like on its own. Like
Mm-hmm.
things got to be fudged in order for that to happen.
Yeah,
You know?
because he knew something about the kids. Like, would you be able to like you wouldn't get fishy after a while, growing up in your dad's business?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't think so. I was like, because if you can, like the scene for the dinner table where he's talking about the house in Kentucky he wants to get.
Mm-hmm.
If you know you can go get whatever you want, and your dad is saying, "Don't worry about this, it's under control, it's under control," and then it's always under control, you ain't really gonna question too much. You're like, "Well, dad said it's good, it looks
Yeah.
good, I can get this, okay, yeah, fuck it, whatever."
Yeah. And then you grow up and you realize, dad used to run, he used to run numbers, you know? That corner store where don't nobody ever be in there, but it's always open. And you're like, as a kid, you don't even think about it. Then when you grow up, you realize, oh, Mr. Jones is running numbers for the
Mhm.
neighborhood. You be like,
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense because I ain't never saw nobody in that store. I never saw anybody buy anything, but he always had the new car. He always, you know, had that store open. Nobody ever, did anything there.
it came through the
Oh.
wee hours in the morning, 3 a.m. when everybody's sleeping.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, I mean, business. The more I think about business, the more I realize honest business is probably the rarest form of business.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, if you want to make big money, if you want to be a small business, sell earrings at the swap meet, whatever, it could do, you can make some money, you make a couple mil, be good, but once you get into big business, there's just numbers and like things getting changed and thrown around to where if unless you're privy to all of it, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
No, I mean, I know we jump right into the movie, but like I said, this was a true story. Like you said, it was. Homeboy was a genius. I'll give it to him. He had the
Mhm.
gift of gab, and for him to never let his two entities connect with each other, always
Yeah.
on his own straight path, and
Mhm.
never intertwined.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he was a genius, or I think he was, but do you think he was a genius, or do you think people are so clouded by the idea of getting a good return on their money that they just were gullible?
I think both because I don't know who I heard this from. Maybe a movie from back in the day.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, I think it was a Matrix. And I think it was either what do people with more money want? What do people with money want? More money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because if they got everything, all they want is more money. Because like you know,
Yeah.
so I feel like he was a genius because he knew to attack. He knew who to go after, who to talk to. Um, how he even got started, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think he was a genius.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
he knew his demographic. He knew how to approach them, look the part, and was when the lady was talking in the interview, like he didn't let up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was like a pit bull out there.
Well,
Like not stop until he got his answer.
well, I mean, by the end of the movie, he asked the lady, "Do you think I'm a sociopath?"
Mhm.
Like, do you like, we talked about sociopathic tendencies before. Do you think he was a sociopath?
Let's be clear for a minute.
Okay.
What exactly is a sociopath? Like the definition.
I think a sociopath is someone who can
Should we look it up?
like Yeah. Look at that.
Just to, because before I answer this question, let me make sure I got the right idea in my head.
Yeah.
Because I know it sounds crazy. I hear all the time. I've even used it, but I don't think I understood the actually full definition of a sociopath.
Yeah, because like I said, I think I'm a sociopath.
Okay.
I be killing chicken like nothing. Don't give a fuck how it feels.
You be killing rice. Shit.
No, you be killing rice. I kill the fried chicken.
Look, I had a big ass bowl yesterday. It was great.
Oh, that
Just
shit,
just rice.
bro, we so reversed.
Oh man.
My mom made some white rice. What was it the other day? Because they were all in town. Bro, I walked in the house and that smell wafted. I was like, home. That shit. They need to turn that smell into like a cologne or some shit. I'll spray that. That's like that's like Asian pheromones.
The rice. Okay. This is interesting. The definition I got. Well, this is a long definition. Just give me the quick shit.
All right. So while you're reading that, looking it up, what do you think is a better? Everybody says like bacon is like the best smell in the world. I don't think so. I
Why
think
not? You know
I
what I'm
think
gonna say?
a pot. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, but it's tuna ain't that.
Not tuna.
Yeah, I know, but it smells like it.
No, no. If it smells like that, not a problem.
No, but I mean, like, I think the smell of just good white rice might be the best, like, comforting smell.
All right, this gonna be for me itself because as much rice as I eat,
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever smelled rice.
Yeah,
Like just regular plain white rice.
well, you making minute rice? That shit don't smell. That
No,
shit's
no.
processed.
Like straight up Uncle Ben's, baby.
Exactly. See, you out here, you doing quick rice. You gotta get the jasmine rice. You gotta rinse out the rice, clean.
Switch it around. Oh yeah, I learned from Joe Coy.
Yeah,
And use this
and
fucking line right
measure to the
here.
line.
No, actually, jasmine rice is my favorite rice to cook.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, I can't say I've ever smelled like white rice.
But
And if I have, I just didn't pay attention.
next time you come over, I'm gonna have some, and I'm gonna be like, yo, watch. I'm gonna cook it and leave it, and then when you come walk, I'm like, yo, come walking in. Go for a walk outside. When you come walk in, you're gonna be met with it. You're gonna be like, walk into a cloud.
Okay, right. You know what it is?
What is-
Because white rice in the black household is always made with something fried, and the fried smell overpowers everything else, so you can never smell the rice.
Yeah, but yeah, also white rice in a black household usually comes out of a box, so it ain't really gonna have the right smell.
What are you talking about? You got a goddamn rice cooker.
I'm saying the rice that you put into it comes out of a box.
No, it doesn't. It
You
comes out
need
the
to get
bag.
it. No, you need to get it out of a sack, with 2 elephants on it. Slice that
With some,
motherfucker.
with some Asian writing on it that nobody can read. They just know it's rice
Yeah,
because you know what rice looks like.
25 pound sack, and that's 3 days worth of rice.
Oh God.
All right, so what does a sociopath mean?
Oh man. Okay. It just said a mental health. Oh, which a person consistently shows no regard for right and wrong and ignores the rights and feelings of others.
Yeah. So
Okay.
essentially someone who's like laser focused and this is what I want, and however it affects the people around them,
Mhm.
it don't really make a difference to them.
With that being said, I think everybody's a sociopath to an extent.
Yeah.
And I say to an extent because you got people that are just like big hearts, givers, whatever, always care about the person beside them. But how do you know they don't care about the person beside them for their own gain?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even with that being said, I know I'm not a sociopath at heart, but I can be one when I have to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know
Whole
what I'm
country buffet. You
saying?
don't give a fuck about no one around you.
Care about the way.
Get right out the way, grab your food, fart, all that shit.
Oh man,
Shit. You know what it was interesting about this movie?
what's that?
I thought it was just gonna center on like Bernie Madoff and like the court case and how everybody's like arguing and trying to get their money back and all shit, but it focused a lot on Bernie's family and
Mhm.
how this whole ordeal affected them. And I'll be honest with you, I think I was kind of torn in how everybody reacted.
Okay.
Because it felt like, everybody looked at him like, how could you do this to us? how could you do this to us? Like you did this to the family. Look what you put us through. And I'm like, you motherfuckers grew up silver spooned and all this shit, and now you're mad because you don't have. Like, what about the people that he stole the money from?
I mean, I think that's like their moral code, though. Everybody has their own moral code that's connected to them. And I think that once they realize that they lived off of other people's money,
Mm-hmm.
then that's where it comes into the fact of, damn, the shit was wrong. Like we were rich by stealing, not
Yeah,
because that actually put in work. We put in work, but
yeah,
not good work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I mean, I
But
can see that.
yeah, but it felt like they were more upset at how he made them feel versus what he did to everyone else. If that makes sense.
Mm,
No, that's like it's like if if someone I don't know, if someone destroys your PlayStation, right?
mhm.
Someone you do whatever destroys. I don't know, that's a bad example. I don't know, but
Okay.
it's essentially just you're mad at you're mad at what something got done to someone else, and you're mad because of how it made you feel versus what actually happened to the other people. That's what it felt like.
Okay, so like I say, everybody's a sociopath at some point in their life. But see, the way I took it was they're mad that their life got messed up. I mean, because all you can do is really focus on yourself. So I don't think that there was any that they didn't feel bad about the other people,
Hmm.
but I think they carried most of the weight on themselves because of how they lived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we know we fucked over like millions of people,
Hmm.
but shit, now I was fucked over too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like granted, like you said, I grew up with a silver spoon, is that whatever, but it it was tarnished, and I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost like being lied to your whole life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. Like I don't think they had any disregard for the other people. I think they just really were focused on themselves and I guess their moral code of basically robbing other people to get
Yeah.
what they got and not knowing it.
Yeah. I can't buy this house no more. I can't afford this I can't actually afford this $6.5 million house.
But see, I don't think, well, at least the movie portrayed that I don't think they cared about what they could afford at that moment. I think they really, really was just like my whole life is a lie. Like one of the coldest parts of the movie is when the FBI is talking to the kids at the table,
Hmm.
and they're just like, "So you didn't know your dad was doing all this?" And he was like, "Well, look, he's a chairman of this, of this, of this, of this. You
Yeah.
invest all these. How did you not know? You're the
Yeah.
FBI." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Hmm."
That was my favorite part. And she was like, no. This is we're not focused on us right now. Focused on him.
Yeah.
First of all, speaking of focus, what you drinking?
Some good old H2O. Nah, I'm joking. What I got? Something I opened last night that didn't even drink. I'm gonna do a smearing off ice screwdriver.
God damn, that's early. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just a screwdriver.
Yeah,
This
but
is this is
okay.
this is breakfast juice.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's a mimosa. That's your bottled mimosa.
Something like that, but no champagne.
I got I got me just a nice cup of black coffee.
That's it.
Yeah.
No
I
vodka
could
in there.
I got my fun fridge right here, but
Yeah, I see.
yeah, I was moving stuff around because I bought one of them water coolers that
Mm.
like you can just put the 5 gallon bottle of water in there, and you got your cold water, your hot water. I can make ramen like that.
You know
Yeah.
what? I wish they come up with some instant fried chicken and see how it would work.
Like, what do you mean? Like fried chicken already packaged? You just gotta like rehydrate the motherfucker?
Something because think about it, like especially in Black and Asian households,
Mhm.
everybody knows what ramen noodles are. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna just say even poor households, we all know
Yeah.
what ramen noodles are.
Yeah.
It's the most easiest, cheapest meal to make.
Mhm.
That, in my opinion, you never ever get tired of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even as
Okay.
an adult, every once in a while, I want a bowl of regular top ramen.
Okay. So, but here's the question: uh, Is it the ease of remaking it that makes it like instant ramen, or does it need to be able to sit on a shelf for Lord knows how long?
I mean, I don't know. Um, I guess I
'Cause
guess
that's
because I think it's the first meal as a kid you learn to cook on your own.
yeah.
Put in some water, put in the microwave in 3 minutes, and there you go.
No, but there's a lot of things that like if it's already pre-made, you can just reheat it, You know, you can take if I have fried chicken left over, I can just toss it in the air fryer for 3 minutes. Okay, it's good.
But
That
but,
doesn't
but
that doesn't make it like instant ramen. Instant ramen, you could put that shit on the shelf, and you know the apocalypse comes, I can still make it.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like if they ever came with something like instant fried chicken, where you could just buy it packaged up and then you just pull it out, add a little water to it, throw the
Mhm.
microwave for 2 minutes, and it tastes crispy and fresh.
You ever
The
tried
world is
that?
the world will be ending.
You ever tried that with like beef jerky? Take beef jerky, put it in a plate, dab of water on there so it can rehydrate the meat, put it in the
Mhm.
microwave.
I never did that. I never had to. Beef jerky don't last that long.
I haven't tried it, but I when I go to Bucky's, they have all the fucking like the beef jerky in the cooler in the back,
Mhm.
and I bought some, and I've taken to just tossing it into the microwave for like 30 seconds to warm it.
Mhm.
Yo, that takes the jerky to another level. That shit
Okay.
is delicious as fuck.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's gonna work with the Jack Links, but that Bucky's one, yeah.
That's interesting.
But no, but did you in this movie did you like how they focused on, you know, how the whole court case affected the family?
Um, well, I like the movie in general. Let me just start there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, oh yeah. I guess it lets you know that, like I said about the kids, was one hung himself
yeah.
and one he developed what did he develop? Some type of
Cancer, like
okay,
lymphoma.
okay, yeah.
You know
Well,
who had
see,
lymphoma, right? Fucking, Iron Man, Iron Mike, Iron Man.
it's, oh shit, oh yeah, Iron Man Mike.
Yeah, I tell people that story, and they're like, "Man, that's fucked up. How you gonna make fun of his cancer?" Like we're not making fun of him. We're just including him. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he
We're
had the
not
shit on
laughing
his
at him.
chest.
We're not laughing at him. We're laughing with him.
Yeah, he had the shit
Yeah,
on his chest. You know, it'd be a crime not to point it out.
yeah, for real, man. Especially when you see the first one, yo, what you got going out of your shoulder right there? You know what I'm
Looking like Omega Red.
saying? Oh
Uh,
man.
I liked
But,
how it put some focus on like the people in the background
mm,
because again, like when a crime happens, it affects a lot of people that just get lost in the shuffle. You know,
mm,
and so you tend to see like you always focus on the what is it the villain and the victim, but you never
mm,
really learn about like the people behind it, how it affected all of them.
mm,
So I would have loved to see how it affected more of the victims
mm.
and seeing how like maybe there's an assassination attempt or something. I don't know, but
Oh, definitely. Because okay, it's not okay. Now I understand your question of them focusing more on the fairly, like what they got from it. I mean,
yeah,
because in my opinion, the son killed himself because he kept reading hate mail.
hmm
Stop reading it.
yeah,
That's simple. Stop reading it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kept reading hate mail, kept like blaming the dad for everything that was going on in his life, and it's like, you know, I get that the dad put you in this position, but it's
Hmm.
not like you're okay. All right, so this is no. I just got reminded of something.
Oh, okay. What's your order?
No,
Sniffing?
this I think it's a no, I think it's a joke that I heard a comedian say where like you know white people when shit gets crazy like that, they just they want to kill themselves because they can't handle it. But
Hmm.
black people like that ain't nothing new. When you have nothing, it ain't nothing new.
I know exactly what comedian you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember the joke now, but yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, in that instance, okay, I get like you don't have anything anymore. Like the family name is in shambles. But do you get to the point where you want to kill yourself?
No, what? I really don't know. Because imagine you having millions and you think you got millions,
Mhm.
and then it's just all gone.
Yeah.
And then if you've never had the struggle before, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna make you want to kill yourself, but it might get you real close to that edge.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't never had to struggle, and now you got to struggle, and you ain't got friends that know how to struggle, y'all up shit's creek with no paddle.
Yeah, yeah,
in no boat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, I get that. If you've never had nothing and then all of a sudden you have nothing, yeah, it can feel like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. What would you do in that situation? You found out you invested all his money and Steve done lost it all.
You know what I would do? I'm going to find that motherfucker.
I don't.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You might get me, I'm getting you first, goddamn it.
It's just,
It's just gonna be.
you're
I
gonna be
don't care
this,
if
you're gonna be the rattlesnake all over.
it all over again. Like you might shoot me, but I'm biting the shit out you. First chance I get.
Uh, yeah.
Right in the middle of downtown Wall Street. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to find you.
Okay, but here's the thing, and Bernie said it in the movie. He goes, "I told these people only give me half of what you can afford to put in. Don't give me all your money." And they didn't listen. He took it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in that instance, like he was trying to rationalize, like, man, I told these motherfuckers I could lose this all. I told them not to give it to me. But because my numbers were so good, they all said, we're just gonna give it to you as much as we can. And then they end up losing it all. Who's at fault there?
That's like playing the blame game, where it's like it's not my fault because they chose to do this. Yeah, but you sold such a good picture. I mean, why would they not? You know what I'm saying?
Is that like the drug dealer argument? They know it can get them addicted. They know it can fuck up their life, but they the ones that want to do the crack. I just
Yeah.
happen to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's the blame game, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like victim blaming, but at the same time, I'm like, at some point, like, yeah, I guess. I ain't trying to blame an old person for trying to invest all their money.
No, I was gonna say, do you think it's the same way in relationships? Because I hear all the time after like a couple's together, one of the first things that come up in an argument is, "I told you I was like this before we got together. You knew I was this way."
Yeah, I think when, okay, just because you can't have buyer's remorse, you can't go to McDonald's every day and then get mad when you get fat.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, because like that this can happen. You've seen it happen, but for some reason you think you're gonna be immune to it. Like it's like if it's there, if it's right in front of your face and they say, "Hey, this is what it is," you think you can change things or do things differently, and then they turn out the same. You can't get. I mean, you can be upset, but you can't get mad at that thing for doing that to you.
Yeah.
I think that's that's the misconception. I think people think that, anger and blame is the same, like some people want to blame the other person for, like, yo, you did this to me. Like, this is your fault that, everything went to shit. But I think it's misdirected because, like, it's more you're just angry at yourself because you knew it could go this way,
Yeah. I think that comes with maturity. Where it's like, because I'm a firm believer of you always make the final decision on what you do in your life as a human being. You know what I'm saying? That even if you trusted somebody to do their part, whatever the case may be, you made a decision to trust them.
Yeah.
That everything like falls back on, well, I can say everything, but like that final answer usually falls back on you that nobody wants to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I think in that instance, it's like, especially for me, like when things go to shit, it's just like, all right, it went to shit. Like the choice I have right now is to go blame everybody who made it go to shit, or just recognize that, hey, I put myself in the position for shit to go to shit. So acknowledge that this is my part in it, accept it, and just to me, move the fuck on.
yeah.
Let everybody else deal with their part in it themselves. Like, you just deal with yourself and move forward, because that's, to me, that's the best way to go about it. That's the only way to go about it.
Think what you just said though. Like, and I've actually seen it in real life. a matter of fact, I was guilty of it before. Probably still am at times.
Mhm.
How many people know how to deal with themselves?
Yeah, it takes a lot of fucking self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
A
Do
lot.
you do you do you feel like you know how to deal with yourself, or do you feel like you're still learning?
I feel like I'm still learning. Okay. I feel like I know, but I also know that I can learn more.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because you know me, some of my lifestyle things that I do, things that I've done. So if I can use my words carefully, um, I do a lot of self reflection. You know that I always analyze me.
Yep.
However, when I get to my end result, I might feel like it's worth it to go rip that wall apart. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'll deal with the aftermath later.
Yeah. So you haven't gotten to the point where you're like, all right, like it ain't worth. You haven't realized that there's another way to handle something besides ripping that wall apart.
Oh no, I realize it, but it's just not what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I think I know how to deal with me.
Yeah.
I just sometimes don't care about the aftermath of what I feel
Yeah.
needs to
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah. You Bernie, you sociopath. You don't you don't think about like everyone else that's gonna be affected by this wall not being here and the cold breeze coming in.
You got some blanket shit. Deal with it, man.
I don't know. I feel like again, I'm still learning too, but like I feel like I've gotten to a point where like I can safely say that like I can analyze a situation and understand my part in it and accept my faults in it
Hmm.
and like can I don't want to say forgive and forget, but
Okay.
like not let that cloud of what just happened hang over me.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, something bad happens, they dwell on it, they let it eat them up inside, they let it like kind of take them down a path of like just like to the point where he fucking the son killed himself.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, I feel like I'm at a point where in my life where I can just be like, all right, like this is what happened, I accept it.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna let it, define me or change me or do whatever to me. I'm just gonna accept that this happened in my life
Hmm.
and, let everybody truly in my heart understand that these people made the decision for their lives based off of what they felt was best for their lives. So go on, do you. I'm gonna go do me, and we'll
Yeah.
take it from there.
Yeah, but like you said, it takes I guess an interesting person to get to that level in life of thinking.
Yeah.
Or I said before, I start pointing fingers. Let me look at the 3 pointer right back at me.
Mm-hmm.
See if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, and even like with the son in the movie, like he probably was already feeling down and depressed, and the media messing with him.
Yep.
But you feed yourself hate mail every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody told you go open that box, go
Yeah.
click on this message, click on that message.
Yeah.
They just start reading it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so
But
there was this quote. Well, not necessarily a quote, but I was listening to this podcast of the story, and they were talking about therapy, right?
okay.
Because nowadays in 2024, therapy is like a big deal. Mental health.
Hmm.
Everybody, go take care of yourselves. Make sure you're, you know,
Ooh,
what happened?
go
You
ahead.
just saw fried chicken roll across the floor. You're like, ooh, another one.
Nah, shot of vodka I brought in here.
Uh, but yeah. So mental health is really thought about nowadays. But there was a psychologist or something he was talking about. And he goes, actually, like, you notice how there's way more mental health nowadays
Hmm.
than there was before. Whether it's the focus is on it or something or not, but like you just hear about them, or you hear about like a lot of kids being depressed, a lot of all stuff. And they said like therapy might actually be worse for mental health, if it's not being done right,
Hmm.
because you know if you're constantly talking about the bad shit in your life,
Hmm.
you're gonna think your life is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
If every week
definitely.
you're going to a guy or a girl and just talking about all the bad shit in your life, then you're gonna sit there and be like, just be depressed because that's all you're gonna be focused on. And you gotta, mental health. You gotta talk about the good stuff, like journaling. You can't just write in your journal when bad things happen. You gotta write when good things happen too. Otherwise, you're gonna look back years later and be like, man, I was really fucked up back then.
Mm. I mean, I'm gonna get this quote wrong with the story, but I remember reading it, and I'm pretty sure you probably came across it too because it was like everywhere at one time. Where I guess like the older Indians telling like his grandson or something. There was a story of a man that had two wolves that lived inside of him, and one was evil and one was good and everything else. And I know I'm paraphrasing, just get the story real quick. But the little boy asked, "Well, which wolf won?" He said, "The one he fed." You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that before, but it's interesting.
Hmm. I mean, what you think about it? If you're constantly feeding yourself negativity, that negativity is going to win you over all the time.
Yeah,
You start feeding yourself positivity, then that's what you're going to lean towards. You're going to lean more towards what you're feeding yourself.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, that's definitely that. I think that's definitely the case in life because you know I can't, I can't, I can't count on one like the amount of people I've run into who are constantly focused on what they could have or the things that went bad in their life that put them in the position they're in, and those are the most like depressed people I've ever met.
Hmm.
Then I see people who just it's not that they don't have that kind of stuff in their life, but they just don't focus on it. And a lot
Hmm.
of those people seem much happier. You know?
Hmm.
Oh,
Definitely.
mm. Oh, I just yeah. Oh, I think I've gotten to the point where my self reflection has I got an even balance of thinking about the dumb shit that I've done in my
Hmm.
life and a lot of the good things that I do in my life. Like
Hmm.
I can on an everyday basis, I tend to focus on all the good things happening, and when the dumb shit happens, all right, let's handle it, and then just let it out of your brain because you don't need that there.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'll analyze it and I go down that path of ignoring it, like on that path of if I don't ignore it. And once I go down that path of if I don't ignore it and the end result is something I can deal with, okay, cool. I'm doing it. Because that's what I really want to do.
And then you put yourself right back in that position, bro.
I mean,
Here's the thing,
but at
I
least I
wonder.
don't blame nobody for it.
Yeah, no, see, but that's a cop out.
It's not a cop. I'm not blaming nobody. I chose to do it.
But that's to me. Okay, that's selfishness.
Okay.
It's selfishness because yeah, you analyze it. You're like, oh, okay. I don't care that I don't care if I do this or not because I can deal with it. But you got a whole host of life around you. You got a dog, family, a truck, a fucking lawn, all this shit that's got to deal with your choices.
One, the dog can take care of herself. She showed me that after she got shot. I was like, okay, yeah, you're a G. I ain't gonna about you no more. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're skirting responsibilities, bro. I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, okay, so in when you do that kind of self reflection, like
Mhm.
you know, at the end of the day, is that your way of skirting responsibility? Like, yeah, well, I did all this stuff. I still want to do it, so I'm just gonna go do it, and you just don't even think about the responsibility of what comes with you.
Well, that's what I said before. Me and you had this up before. Anytime I've ever done dumb shit in my entire life, I've learned how to make sure all the end results of it come back to me.
Yep.
And I can only think of, at least in my quick way of thinking, where and actually we talk about this situation when you did some dumb shit. It was something that's supposed to be legit, but it
Mhm.
didn't just fall back on me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ate me up the most about it. Like it's not that it didn't work or it failed. It hurt me and somebody else in the process. Like me is one thing I can deal with it, but somebody else, like nah, that's what didn't sit well with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say. What would you say? Like I guess not a cop out or dodging. What would you say? Dodging responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as something has to get done. I need it done. Nobody's willing to do it because they're too fucking scared. And so I'll do it myself and deal with it. But
Okay.
but I just want to make sure everything that happens after doesn't affect nobody but me.
Okay. So
So that's where the analyzation comes in. If I can analyze it all where I know it's not going to affect anybody else from my actions, then I'm going for it.
all right. So and this I guess this has to do with the movie too, but
Okay.
uh are you ever going to get to a point where where you find other people that mean more to you than yourself?
That's
Because
interesting.
in that instance, like in the scenario you're putting up, as long as you know, okay, it's not going to affect these people, but I don't give a fuck what happens to me. I can handle it. I'm going to
Mhm.
take care of it.
You think that's for selfishness or selflessness?
I think that's selfishness.
Huh. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you're assuming that it's not going to affect any of these people. Because in the way you process things, you know, if it doesn't affect these people in this way, then they're good. You don't know how you don't know how your decisions are going to actually affect people. We're not in control of how it affects those people. So in reality, you know, you can hope it doesn't affect these people in this way, but you know, but as long as you know, however the effects come, you can handle it. You're good with it, you know. And to me, it's like, when are you going to get to that point where it doesn't matter if I can handle it? I'm going to make sure they don't have anything coming down on them, and the only way to make sure that doesn't happen is to not engage in that shit.
Well, I can humbly admit I ain't got that yet.
I know. That's why we have that saying, hey, don't pull a Chris Brown.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, when you sent me that picture of that snake, everybody in my family was like, well, did he kill it? Because everybody was like, it would be Chris to, you know, get into another fucking dangerous fight with another snake.
Nah, you gotta face your fears, man.
Yeah, fuck
Tell
that.
you, look, I don't say hunt those some bitches, but I'm waiting for them. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
It's just loaded. Like, all right, this I'm gonna stand back this time.
Look, I was on the cleaning yard the other day. I had my machete on my hip and my shotgun on my back. And my pistol. I don't care. Like, look, if I get bit this time, then I'm just stupid. I got 3 different choices of weapons here.
Do you regularly have someone clear out the fucking tall grass in your yard?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because at first I met you, that shit looked like fucking Children of the Corn.
Oh man. But now that picture I sent you, that one the other day, that fucker was huge.
Fuck
like
that shit.
It's huge.
Fuck
like
that shit.
The one that bit me was big. This one was bigger. I was like, oh my fucking God.
But what'd you do with it after?
Left it right there inside the road.
Man, fuck that.
That's
a grill in the back? Yeah, you need shoes.
That's too close for comfort. too close for comfort.
Nah, because that's one thing. Listen, you got to be like a Native American.
Nah.
Not only do you get your revenge, you take in that essence and being like, yeah, not only did I stop you, I'm devouring you. I'm going to show all your friends this is what happens if you mess with Chris Brown.
Oh man. Oh, you said that. I don't know why I thought of. Did you see Ali Sadiq's last stand up?
No.
The domino effect. Oh, no. Okay, never mind then. Talking about letting Brown out. But yeah, never mind. It ain't make no sense. But
yeah.
Nah.
Okay, so I mean, if you're a white collar businessman, would you be tempted to engage in, said activities in order to make as much money as possible? Just like swindling people, knowing that your whole business is a fraud?
This is gonna sound real fucked up. I'll just be honest about it. I would probably do it for like the first year or two and get like my share and then get the fuck out.
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying that it's right. It's almost like going to the casino. I'm going with a certain amount of money. And if I double it and make more, cool. But after I make like my first 1,000, I'm off the table. I got way more than what I came for. I'm good. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Are you not the man who about 35 minutes ago said, if the money's coming in, why am I gonna stop?
No, I'm saying like if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're already that deep into it. But if you're telling me something, or you're pitching me this idea and you're telling me it's a scheme, I'm like, really? But then I see your numbers growing. All right, I'm being honest. I might do it for like the first year, and then I'm done. I got my piece of the pie. I'm out. I don't want the whole cake. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that, bro.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it for a long period of time.
I don't know. You gonna want just the breast. Next thing you know, you got the whole bucket. That's all I'm saying. And then next thing you know, you got cholesterol and high blood pressure. That's what it's
You stop at that one bucket. Don't go get another one.
all right, man. But it's delicious.
But what I'm saying is, if you order like the one breast or the wing,
Mm.
and you got it, and realize that there's more in this bucket, okay, and that bucket gets empty. It's empty. Don't go get no more.
Oh, listen, man.
Don't go get no more.
You know the quote. God made the fried chicken. Shouldn't have made it so damn good.
Oh man.
Shit. I don't know. I don't know if I can engage, knowing damn well that like I'm swindling hardworking people out of like their money and the shit that they've earned. Yeah, that would never sit right with me. I can have a hard time fucking, squashing a bug, let alone doing that.
I would try to find some morality in it somewhere. Like, what? Who's this person? Donald Trump, that prick. He said, "How much money?" Yeah, I'm taking the cool 10 million for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you like the
That way, if
Dexter
I
of
get
white collar.
that way, if I get caught, but look who I took it from. Did he deserve it? They're like, well, yeah, you got a point. He's an asshole. I'm like, thank you. I'm good.
You were Robin Hood, but you just don't give it back to the fucking. You don't give it to the poor.
Just rob the pricks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If people aren't their hard-earned money and everything, yeah, okay, they earned that.
Well, okay. So I mean, there is this quote, and I think a lot of poker players use it. It goes, it's you sit down at the table. It'd be a crime for me not to take your money.
Mm.
If I'm a poker player, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do, and you have the nerve to sit down at a table with me, then it'd be a crime for me not to take your money. Maybe to show you, to teach you a lesson that easy money don't come like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be that. You're gonna be the moral code in don't fuck up, don't fuck around.
I don't know. I kind of like that quote. If you gonna come sit at my table or play poker, it'd be a crime not to take your money. You chose to sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You chose to sit down. I
Yeah.
didn't say come sit down. I mean, if I did, you chose to do it.
But that's like what Bernie was saying. I told these people only give me half of what you can afford to give.
But see, but his logic is kind of stupid. Only give me half. You're still taking it.
Well, because he goes, you want money, right? You want money. That's like someone saying, if someone sits down at the table, but hey, man, just play with what you can afford to.
Mm-hmm.
But next thing you know, motherfuckers be giving their car keys and they deeds to their houses, and it's like I told you, just play with what you could afford to lose. But your dumbass did this. It'd be a crime for me not to take it from you.
Yeah, I mean, so it's no longer his fault anymore.
Yeah. So,
however, I want to go to a part of the movie real quick that I thought was like so sick the way they did it for the movie. When he's at the I guess the little dinner or whatever, not the one on the beach, the one where they're like all in suits, and he's talking to the dude about the 400 million or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the music in the scene is matching the words and the emotions coming out of their face as actors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that whole little sequence right there, I thought was so dope.
Yeah.
From like when the thoughts got deep, like the bass dropped and everything that you hear, it's like whoever did this, they wrote this part, that shit was cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when everything's in sync, you're like, okay, this is what making the movie's about. It's not just running the camera and letting it go. Like, no, we're eliciting an emotion right now, and everything, the way the camera looks, the way the shot looks, the way they act, the way the music. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's one of the best parts about movies is like, you don't need to just throw money at a story and give as much effects as possible. You just need people who are going to be like, all right, how do we elicit the most emotion out of this scene with the least amount of money? Let's go. I think usually when that happens, you ever seen Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist?
No.
It's about it's Michael Cera and they're going out on a night. They're like, it's a night out in New York. They're trying to find Fluffy, which is the band. And in this whole adventure, it's just hilarity happens, whatever. But it's just one of those movies where you're like, oh, they probably had $1 million to make this movie. But because everybody's in tune, they're like, okay, we're trying to tell this story. We're trying to elicit this specific emotion. Everybody comes with it, and it makes for a really good movie.
Okay.
Because you can tell those movies where they're just empty. You're like, okay, put another explosion here. That'll make the crowd go happy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hmm.
all right, yo, final thoughts on The Wizard of Lies.
Uh, like I said, I liked it. I didn't know it was actually based on a true story. I must have missed that in the credits somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely a movie to make you think. I mean, yeah. Um, it's not your fault somebody chooses to sit at your table, especially if you let them.
Uh, my thoughts are it doesn't matter how much money you have
Mm.
because at the end, because depending on how you live, you can always you're no, okay. How do I put this? Okay. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the moment because at the end of the day, everybody dies alone.
Mm.
So you know what can you be? What can you be okay with? You know, what kind of person do you want to be? You know,
Mm.
because this man had 65, well, he stole about $65 billion,
Billion. Yeah.
whatever. And then next thing you know, he's just in jail trying to make a phone call, and his wife done changed her number on him.
Mm-hmm.
She out here driving fucking Meals on Wheels. Like, shit. Uh,
Oh man.
it's like, the mighty can fall. The
Oh
mighty
yeah.
usually do fall at some point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, is that short time at the top worth it? I don't know.
I mean, if it was legit,
Yeah.
because like you said, when everybody was going through the downfall of it all, you
Mhm.
got Michelle Pfeiffer's character, the mom, sitting there talking about something. I'm not Bonnie. I didn't kill people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like she was true. She was a victim of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I really don't think she knew that it was all a scam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you keep me in the dark. Like, I don't know. All I know is I can go get my hair done and buy these clothes and everything else. We live in this penthouse,
Yeah.
and you're working.
I
So,
I still think the best question in the movie is what you brought up earlier. Is when he says, my dad was the head of this, and this. Like, you guys investigated him. How come you didn't know?
mhm.
And it's true. It's like this shit is going on all the time, and the people that are in charge and are supposed to keep an eye on it, they know.
Mhm.
So why is it still going on?
Mhm.
Chances are it's because there's people benefiting from it. You know?
Something.
I mean, Trump said it before when he was
Mhm.
originally running for office. He said,
They
yeah,
should have made a joke out of it.
yep. He goes, I know they use incentives because your friends use the same ones. Like, if you want me to pay my
Mhm.
taxes, change the tax code, but you're not gonna,
Mhm.
because everybody, one of your friends benefits from it too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Listen, they show say, wait, hold up, what? What did he say?
yeah,
He might be saying something true here,
yeah, yeah.
but
I don't know. It's like I went to this business conference, and there was this dude Andrew Cordell who's like he's self-made billionaire and all this stuff, and he was telling this story. He goes, the reason why a lot of these people, uh, you know, are different, like why they make so much money, because they talk about money, they understand money. Like, when you talk to a business person, you ask them, about their business, whatever, and they'll tell you their numbers, they'll tell you all the different parts. But then when you start actually just talking to them about money, like,
mhm.
like, hey, I'm in this to make money, like they start shutting down,
Mhm.
kind of quiet about it. If you're talking at dinner, most people don't talk about money as in like money versus, just their dreams and shit like that.
Mhm.
And he goes, prime example, fucking Mitt Romney. You know who Mitt Romney is, right?
Yeah.
So Mitt Romney grew his Roth IRA account to $100 million.
Mhm.
Okay, legally, just by law, he's only allowed to put a certain amount into it every year, the same amount as you, like $7,000 a year.
Mhm.
Okay, so what does he understand about money, and what is he doing that he was able to grow his account to $100 million?
Mhm.
And like, and why don't you know that kind of information? Because legally, he can only put in there the same amount as you can, $7,000 a year.
Mhm.
So if he can do it, you should be able to too. So
Mhm.
what's
True.
going on? Like, so that, and it's those kind of conversations that are in the back doors. That's why they call those Illuminati kind of conversations.
Mhm.
But it's that kind of stuff. Like, it's like, okay, like, these kind of accounts are out there. These kind of these kind of moves are out there that you can do in order to help grow your money.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
Sarat. And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4
Who's
Delta.
What's
That's what you said. That's what you said. You said
It's
your
a
boy
Sarat.
You said Sarat, like SIRROT.
Get out of here.
Look, play it back.
I want to look back. I'm like, God damn, he was right. First time caught in my throat.
Oh shit.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, Wizard of Lies, Max.
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right. And subscribe, everybody. Tell us what movies you guys want us to watch. If you're listening, I gotta start saying that at the beginning of the episode. All right. Peace.
Yeah. I'm a warrior.